Right. All right, so unlike here in America, when you buy something in Europe now, it is going to be yours as far as digital copyright is concerned. Recently, the Court of Justice of the European Union said that once a customer pays for something, it's theirs. That's right. The company that sold it to them can no longer claim any sort of ownership or tell that person what they can and can't do with their copy. So if you have a hypothetically, if you have a digital game and you want to get rid of it, you should be able to sell it to somebody else, even if it's like through Steam or Origin or anything like that. Now, this ruling doesn't just apply to video games, but it does apply to video games as well. So MP3s, movies, anything like that, if you buy a digital copy of it, software even, you have the right to resell that to somebody else.
As you probably should. That's kind of how I've always thought about that anyway. I mean, it's not just... I think the whole concept was that people were like copying and then just burning for all their friends, and it's not really ever been like that. You know, well, it's kind of like that sometimes, but that's a really bad way to go about it. Anyway.
Yeah, well, the issue becomes it's an issue of DRM now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like saying like when companies like Ubisoft say like, oh, you have to be online in order to play Assassin's Creed, even though there's no real online features to the game, just so we're sure that you have a legit copy of the game. Things like that. I'm hoping that we'll see less of that or at least you'll hopefully see less of that in Europe. I would love to see less of that here in America.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit discriminatory. Yeah. I mean, for the people who can't always get online or anybody, I have a pretty spotty internet connection at home, so if I can't get online, I can't play my game. That seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, it's pretty much just punishing the people that went about things the legal way of doing it, and it's not really stopping people that pirate stuff because they're smart people that work with computers and software and know how to hack into that stuff. So, you know, here's the statement from the European Union. An author of software cannot oppose the resale of his used licenses, allowing the use of his programs downloaded from the internet. Such a transaction involves a transfer of the right of ownership of the copy. Therefore, even if the license prohibits a further transfer, the right holder can no longer oppose the resale of that copy, which is pretty much just fancy words for what we just said.
Exactly.
Yeah, I probably should have said that first and then we could have explained it. Yeah, when are we going to get this in America? When is America going to catch up to like modern copyright and digital copyright law?
I have no idea. I honestly, I wish I had any idea when we could do something like this.
Ever since the days of Napster, America has had these issues with digital copyright. It all started because of music, because Lars Ulrich needed a new gold-plated toilet, and he just did not have enough money already.
Because I mean, well, he's already paid for that gold-plated jacuzzi.
Yeah,
How can you afford the toilet after the jacuzzi?
I know, especially if everybody on Napster is ripping you off. Yeah. And what has it stopped? Like, what has it actually stopped? Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, people are still downloading things. People are still torrenting or whatever. And really, a lot of those people, like, I count myself in this. I have torrented in the past, but I've paid for all the stuff that was actually good in order to support the developers, support the people behind it.
So, like, you'll get something, and if it's not total crap, then you'll go and pay for it. And if you hate it, you'll delete it, and you'll never use it again. So it's almost like going to Costco and eating a bunch of free samples. And well, trying the samples and then actually buying the plate. Yeah. Right. There you go. So there you go. What does Virtual Rachel think? Virtual Rachel thinks that's really cool. All right. Right. Let's move on to the next.